What's good? It's your boy Czar, all rights reserved. I'm gonna try to make this as sweet as possible, but I have to spell it out because the Kanye West thing, it is a deception to cover up. I want you to look at the difference, okay? Look at the Kanye West thing and how many people's talking about that. And look at Kirk Franklin and how many less people's talking about that. People aren't really caring what Kirk Franklin said versus what Kanye West said. Like George Floyd was some type of God figure. This man, Kirk Franklin, disrespected God. Okay? God. The true and living God. At that. Like the real God, like God for real. And thank you, because he sat me down and showed me the difference. He said, look, don't you see it? I was thinking for a couple days, like, wait, I see it. You guys are in an outrage because Kanye West, look, the officer was wrong. That's already been dealt with. Why are we even still worried about that? Who cares what Kanye says about that? Who cares? Kanye's getting attention for what? Why are you giving him so much of your attention and time? Honestly, then I see the family's going for 250 mil. Cool. All right. You want to get money off of him? Then I go see the video. He's giving his opinion on the officer, which is off base. Kanye, he had his knee on his neck. Kanye, it happened. It happened. But you were too busy dancing with Trump at that time. See, I'm going to tell y'all something real. Here's why I'm not even going to really go in on Kanye. Because there was a story I did when I first started getting on here. Before all these people started attacking social medias and stuff, there was a story I did where I said, Kanye, there's a security guard in Chicago and his family needs money. He's in a bind. There's stuff going on. He donated over $45,000. Now, am I saying he did that because of me? I don't know. But I directly tagged him and dropped that video on Twitter. Next week, he donated $45,000. My word. So I really can't say nothing bad about Kanye because he gave to less fortunate when there was no time. Okay? Now, the one thing I want to ask is this is a question. Is this family getting money? Now, there was a very thing that was interesting. In that video, they talked about Louis Vuitton making symbolisms of George Floyd. Is the family getting paid off of that? Using George Floyd's image, making items, doing things in his stead for him. Is Louis Vuitton paying the family? That's a good question in my mind after seeing that. Not that little thing that's going on. My next thing I want to know, why are you so outraged at Kanye West? And no one's that outraged that Kirk Franklin, that's been doing gospel for decades, just got up here and disrespected God. How is that not news? And this is what I want to show y'all. Look at the society we're in. Look at the people we call quote unquote leaders. Look at how they're moving. You want me to be more mad because Kanye West said his opinion on George Floyd. And Kanye, even in the video I tag you, allegedly. What are they going to do with that? You're alleging it. You know that. Dog, I do that all the time. You know that. But you guys aren't outraged. Kirk Franklin just said that the lamb in the lion will bow to the goat. I want to add to my prophecy on the Kirk Franklin thing. Because you guys want to ignore complete evil that's being said in front of your faces, and you want to chase after something vain, dealing with his opinion on a case that the officer is locked up. Because you want to belittle Kirk Franklin's comments, God's going to deal with a lot of y'all. A lot's going to start to happen to these rich, famous, filthy rich people who want to dwell on money, dwell on image, praise man, make stuff for a man, but turn a blind eye when someone disgraces God's name. He disgraced God's name. You all were nodding to the beat. Yeah. Why he disgraced God's name. You will see. He ain't playing with y'all either. Look, I'm just giving you a message. I'm telling you. Because I seen the connection. God gave me the verse I read, and I thought on, mark my words, I'm going to come back on this like that after we see a news story about one of these people who straight up was cool with disgracing God's name, but wants to condemn Kanye. But wants Kirk Franklin to be okay after he said, the lamb and lion will bow to the goat. Is that okay? It's a deception. They're trying to lead you to think about Kanye and think nothing of the fact that this gospel singer just blasphemed, allegedly blasphemed this whole thing and has not apologized yet. Where's your apology? I haven't seen it yet. And even so, sir, did you pray on it? I gave you a message that God wanted me to give you. Lord, I did what was asked of me for this quote unquote gospel singer. I did what you wanted done. He's in your hands now, Lord. I don't know what it is, but you're up here worrying about the wrong things, Mr. Franklin. You just said something totally false, out of doctrine. You should get sued for that. You didn't even say doctrine. You took the Bible and lied on the verse. That is not what the verse says. And you publicly claim to be some type of preacher, speaker for God, pastor level God singer. So if Louis Vuitton's making George Floyd apparel, is the family getting paid off that? In my opinion, if you are allegedly suing Kanye for $250 million, maybe you need to look at who's making profit off of George Floyd's name. I've never heard of the family getting paid by Louis Vuitton for nothing. Is that a secret deal? Or was that a quiet deal? I never heard that. They talked about it in the video below. I tagged it below. I never heard about that. So where'd that come from? So y'all already profiting in some way off of Louis Vuitton? Is that true? Because Louis Vuitton in this video, they claim they're making apparel of George Floyd. How? Louis Vuitton. How are you making apparel of George Floyd? I'm offended at that. Why? Why are you doing it? And if you're doing it, is the family getting paid? I hope so. Because if they're talking about suing Kanye for his opinion he did on a show, that was off base, but it's his opinion. Then why aren't you going for the people who are in a corporate setting using the name of your family member and getting paid drastically? That makes no sense to me. And I don't see how you wouldn't know. I would know right away if a major corporation was making the image or the name of my family member, making money off of it. I would follow up after that ASAP. So there's business or corporate deals and moves being made in this. You can see it and hear it. You got Trump commenting, all these other politicians and big name people commenting on Kanye. They're using Kanye to cover up something, man. It don't make sense. And the only thing that makes sense, Kirk Franklin just disgraced God's name on stage. I did a video. Barely anyone did a video other than me speaking. Like y'all don't care. But you want me to care what Kanye says. About who? George Floyd? But this man just said something off about God. Yo. You guys, y'all funny. That's incredible. That's incredible. Who? That makes no sense. God's God. I could tell a lot of y'all gonna have some issues coming up here. I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all gonna have some problems coming up. For real. You don't care about God? All right. All rights reserved.